Good job. Anywho.
Oh, dude. He forgot the Y.
Yeah, he's...
Alright.
Cut again now. Go.
Hi guys, welcome to the podcast again, where I'll be asking questions today.
He's in charge.
I'm gonna ask questions today. So, Marcus died in the trenches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Marcus is, as you can tell, is no longer with us. Rest in peace. May his soul. Oh,
What?
okay.
What did you say?
He snapped his neck on the cord. I was like, oh. And as we got a new prop today, we brought in the fake beach ball. Because the weather is now above 60 degrees, which means it's officially beach season.
20 degrees Celsius for you non-Americans.
20 degrees Celsius for you non-Americans out there. So, what?
I don't like those things.
But yeah, so today, what Gerick was saying, he actually, for today's podcast, Gerick wrote up some questions that he's going to ask us, and we're going to answer what those questions are. We don't know what they may be. We have no idea. But today, we're going to find out and hopefully answer them and get Gerick some information that he would like to learn.
Yeah. I need rotations explained really bad.
That was one of your questions?
Yes.
I'm gonna need a whiteboard.
That's what I said. I said that for one
Yeah, so I think that might be a not podcast question unless I turn it around.
Okay.
Unless I like turn the camera around and he works on the whiteboard, but like I don't know if that's something we're really gonna put in the podcast.
See, that's fair, and that's what I said to him walking
we'll do
in
that.
here.
We'll do that.
I said
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
do
think this is
that.
a good podcast question.
No.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on to a different round.
Okay. Yep.
What is your guys'? How do you guys feel about like a different professional athlete coming to volleyball? Like, who would be good at it?
Ooh.
Just naturally.
So okay, so can I go?
Yeah.
So obviously, you do have some instances where you have basketball players kind of make that transition over to volleyball. Buttinger is that one example. He was an NBA player who went in to play AVP, and then he also does. He was with the USA national team for beach at the Paris Olympics. What was that? 2024. Yeah, 2024 Paris Olympics.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. But yeah, so you do have instances where like basketball players transition over. I know volleyball player or like volleyball like community when it comes to like the non-professional side, you get a lot of like tennis people that come in. People say that there's a lot of soccer players that come in. I'm an example of that. He's an example of that. But from a professional standpoint,
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. That is a lengty boy.
Yeah.
That is a lengty boy.
Yeah.
And he's got the athleticism for it.
I'd put any NBA like shooting guard, power forward, or point guard. I don't think a lot of centers could, because you do people do not realize how fast you have to be. But I mean, I don't know, because nowadays centers are getting a lot quicker than really old head, just big centers. So I'm
Well, when I played yesterday, I had people on both teams asking me they're like, "How are you getting there?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm not getting there." They're like, "But you are." So it's I think it's that mentality of the old school is kind of a little behind on the whole middles closing and actually getting to a block when you have a middle that's actually doing.
And basically any fast NBA player I put up there.
Kevin Durant. I actually don't know. I don't watch the NBA, so I don't know if Kevin Durant's actually fast. I've seen pictures of him,
Yeah,
and I feel like that guy would be a monster in volleyball.
Because I was definitely thinking about that for a while today.
Okay.
Because thinking about NFL players and receivers, because they're good with their hands. So I was like,
I mean, so
each
maybe
one set. How would that go? I know they're different.
You have to have it. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Because you can obviously be athletic. I've seen plenty of athletic people, just standard athletic people try to play volleyball and it just doesn't work. And then I've seen other people who are athletic go and play volleyball and it does work. And then I've seen people who aren't necessarily athletic, but they're unnecessarily good at volleyball. So it's kind of like it's one of those like you either have it, you don't, you pick up on it, or you don't, and that's my opinion on it.
It's also mine.
Yeah. So
I was thinking about it especially because we played at the rec yesterday for a little bit, and then I was like, wow, we're struggling to like get any balls up, anything happen.
Mhm.
So I was like, there's a lot of levels. To
oh,
this game.
there's absolutely levels to this game. I figured that out yesterday.
Yeah.
I figured that out yesterday. Yeah, it is. It's weird climbing the ranks and seeing what's what and how things work.
Mhm.
I haven't been in the game for that long, but I've definitely seen it from the worst that it can possibly be all the way up into like a level that's like a high level,
Yeah.
not like national team type of deal, but like a higher level that's, but even then, like you have guys that, like the guys that I'm talking about now, there's guys that are like beyond that is like it continues to go.
Oh, yeah.
So it's crazy how the skill gap between like people in this game, like how big of a skill gap there is. I know like for any like professional sport or like any sport in general, you have that like, that whole skill gap thing where I think this is a soccer reference that I remember hearing, that it's like the worst like professional player, because this was something that we talked about with like our guys for college, was like the worst professional player is closer in skill to like a Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo than like your best like academy player. Yeah.
Because colleges in the United States is not really up to par with that stuff.
So it's kind of like you have that. It's weird how it works, but I feel like that's the same way for volleyball.
Yeah.
Like you got guys that will excel like at a club level, and be really good, but they're not nearly as good as like
put up the good guy.
your average professional player.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a big skill gap there. I'm still on Kevin Durant though. He'd be a monster.
Well, AVP would be really good, or even like LeBron, 6'9".
Yeah, LeBron would be disgusting.
He'd just destroy balls in a good way.
I think both of those are
Alright,
good things.
Do you guys think it's easy?
Wait, how many questions do you have?
Quite a few.
Okay, bet. Sorry.
I don't. It won't be like super long though.
No, I don't think it will.
Do you guys think it's easier to improve on passing or hitting?
Hitting.
I agree.
100%. I was gonna say I'm biased though.
I just didn't.
But if you're saying hitting, then
Yeah, I didn't know if there would be any divide with you guys.
Okay.
Okay, well,
So let's
what do you mean
take-
passing?
okay,
like
let's
service?
Not really.
Let's take this into
Not
account.
service.
No, let's
So you're
take
saying like a free ball?
I feel like service is all different.
Let's take.
Oh no, it is.
Let's take
Passing
this,
and serve receiver are two completely different things, in my opinion.
Let's take this into effect. When you first showed up,
Yeah, this is what I know what he's
exactly what happened. You can hit a ball down.
gonna say. Yeah.
You could not pass the ball.
Nope. Even when my arm swing was all messed up, because my arm swing was terrible. After that first tournament, my shoulder was cooked. But I was still able to hit.
Anybody can learn how to hit, like, overnight. Passing is not.
Yeah.
It's a completely different story for passing.
You have professional players that make a lot of passing errors. Like, I will use like the stereotypical middles can't pass.
Yeah.
So dudes can rip a ball in the 10-foot line off of a double block or triple block or single block. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then they go to pass a free ball with their hands and they pass it over the net. I've watched it happen so many times. It's kind of crazy. Shout out Cole and Hawaii versus UCLA. That still makes me sad to think about. But yes, it is hitting 100%.
Alright.
Yeah, hitting is super. When I first started, because honestly, when I first started and they were like, "Oh, you're going to be middle," one, I didn't know what that even entailed. I was just like, oh, cool, I get to play volleyball. So that was like my thought. I was just like, this is great. I didn't really know what was to come, but I'm happy that,
If
you
he
know.
didn't play middle, I was playing middle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
That makes sense.
yeah, when I showed up, the only thing they really showed me was hitting. They didn't really show me how to do anything else.
We showed him hitting and get out of Sammy's way.
Yeah. They were like, stay out of his way and hit the ball. And they were like, you know, this is how he's going to set you, and you just need to jump up there and hit it. And I mean, I had 4 hours total of volleyball practice ever in my life under my belt before we went on to the tournament, the championship. And from a hitting perspective, I actually didn't do
We
bad.
went from second to last place to third place that tournament, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So what got you into that tournament then?
Everybody, so basically, you know how we're going to Penn State for RDCBA,
Yeah.
like the championship. So basically how it works is like everybody makes it in. Like everybody makes it in, but then you just play from there.
I was talking about you personally.
Oh, me? Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
We
I told this story one too many times.
So imagine our team this year, except we had a different setter. So I was libero.
Yeah.
Connor and Miguel / Tarak were our outsides.
Mhm.
Jack played our right side.
Jack was a right side.
Shane played middle, and then we had another middle, but then he got hurt too many times, and so he quit the team, for good reason. And then a week before the tournament, our second play date for the tournament, I'm going into the rec.
I'm just making sure you're in frame. Because you're like leaning back. Oh yeah, you're fine. Keep talking.
Anyway, I am meeting up with Sammy to go get hitting and setting, just
This
get
is
reps in
crazy.
at the rec.
This is crazy.
And Sean Gilmore was like, hey, this guy's interested in volleyball. And I just glanced up and down at Xander and I said, all right, if you come and practice, you have a starting spot in our tournament Saturday.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
Because I was playing intramural volleyball with a team that I put together and was getting bugged by Sean, who was the one who stopped me at the front desk, because that's where it happened, was at the front desk.
Yeah.
And then Connor would also kind of be like, hey, you should try it out. And I was always uncertain because I was like soccer. Like that was my priority. And then I had fun playing intramurals. So I was like, you know what, let's go try this volleyball thing. And then it just skyrocketed from there. He got to watch the whole thing unfold.
So right after that first game, you're like, all right, no more.
After that first tournament, I was hooked.
He did roof a guy from Carnegie, and it was actually kind of disgusting, I'm not going to lie.
Did I know what I was doing? Absolutely not. Did I
He
have
unironically hit a 31 ball. Unironically.
I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what a
Just
3 was.
unironically hit one.
No.
And then won us the game against Franciscan.
That's
Oh yeah, that was cool.
If you ever go back in my old videos and go watch the game, so we lost the first set.
Mhm.
It was a kind of an upset, not gonna lie, because we were so much better than Franciscan at the time. We blew
Franciscan's
them
got
out.
better.
We blew them out in the second set, and then the third set it's only 15, so we were kind of back and forth. But then they went on a run. But then at the end, we went on a run, and we ended up taking it 14-14. I think Miguel got a block, but it was a really weird block. I can't remember what happened. I'm pretty sure Miguel got a block, and it went 15-14. I go off the court because I'm not serving. Shane goes to serve. Shane serves. They shank the pass and send us over a free ball. And then Xander hits basically a ceiling middle ball. It's stupid. He didn't know how to run a 1 ball, so we sent him basically a 4 ball down the middle. And Xander scores, and I just come running on the court.
Yup.
Just find set 3. Just literally go
I'll have to play this so you know. We'll just go to the end here.
because you just don't use your mouse to click it.
That's a good point. That should be a podcast.
You want to watch the old games?
Yeah, we should go back and watch highlights. That would be good. That would be fun. I think they would like that.
It wasn't this point.
So we're on the other
Connor
side.
just served.
Yeah. So Franciscan's on the near side. So Michael's liberating.
It was just really bad down.
So Shane's in right now. So okay. So Shane's in. Shane's still in. So we're not very close. That's Miguel.
Oh, so that's what it was. I remember now. So Miguel, they just get returned.
And then I rotate in. Still have no idea what I'm doing. They told me to get big at the net, so I was like, okay. you see Michael?
Well, because the backstory to this was, do you know how, I don't know if I explained it in our group meet, but to go into Sunday, at Penn State at the end of the month, we have to get top 2 in our pool.
Okay.
We needed to win this game to get top 2. Is the same exact thing like last year, except they had this in 1 day, they didn't have it in 2 days.
Yeah.
The reason they're doing it in 2 days this year is because they're having all of D1 and D2 play in one single place, so they don't have enough room to do an all-day things. It's, a whole complicated whatever.
And all of D2's combined now.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that our pool, however they do it, we don't have anybody that we've ever played. There's a good chance.
It will be fun. It will be fun. But they're gonna seed it like, so technically we're number 4 out of 8 in our league right now. We're the 4th seed. So we will probably be put.
We're 4th or 3rd?
We're 4th.
Okay, I thought you told me 3rd at one point in time. Because
I think it got it got mixed up. Yeah.
Okay.
How many teams are coming? Like, we have to...
I can tell you right now.
Oh, I
keep
think
talking. Keep talking.
31.
Is it 31?
31.
No, you look at look at Outlook. Go look at I'll pull up the email because I have it. I think the number's in there. The one I forwarded you.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, this is it. Scroll up. Oh, so it can have up to 33 teams.
Okay.
Wow.
33 teams. Yeah.
So, but that's including D1.
That's why I was just gonna go here and look.
Yeah, but yeah. So we needed to win that game against Franciscan, and we did, and that advanced us to the playoffs of that day. And then we needed to go to the finals, and then we ended up losing in the semis to Case West. And I've yet to beat Case West my whole college career.
See, now, I'm also curious, Michael, how you started.
I don't even know this.
Ooh, huh?
I said I don't even know if I know this.
No, you don't. I have a weird... It's not going to pick up because why is Super Wi-Fi block CCBA?
Because you guys know how I started.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys have
We
seen
recruited,
it all.
we recruited you and we're like, hey, come on, go play. Yeah.
So, I have to do this now. Shout out Carlos. That's the reason I started. Because this is not
Your friend?
Yeah, Carlos was the reason I played. Carlos used to play volleyball. He's actually thinking about getting back into it.
I didn't know that.
So, during COVID, I was a junior when COVID started. So, soccer off season up until the summer, from winter to summer, was just cut.
Yeah.
And then halfway through summer, it didn't even pick up until halfway. So my friend Carlos, his brother Angel, and then a bunch of people would go play volleyball at Mill Creek. Now it's like, honestly, like it was really rec level. But at the time, I didn't know anything about the sport. So I went and played it, whatever, got a little bit into it. And then
It's a speech to clarify.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know how proper volleyball was supposed to be played. So I was interested. So I went back and I looked up like college games and like USA games and just like watched and played. And I was like, that's crazy. And like, I watched like setter highlights, and that definitely is what hooked me because I loved like the idea of being a setter. So then I played more with them, and then I met new people who were better. So then I played with them, met even more people who were equal skill better. And then that was basically summer of 2020. But then I had to stop halfway through because my senior season for soccer started. So then I didn't touch volleyball until the spring, late spring of 21 when I graduated. I graduated, and then from summer of 21, I played with a bunch of like skill level gapped. I'll say skill level varied. And I knew this one guy, and I asked him about like, is there any like rec pickup or anything at YSU, and he was like, there's a club team, I can like get you into that like when school starts. So I came here 2021 fall semester, my first semester, got in contact with the president and joined, of course, 'cause it's an open thing.
Yeah.
Got hooked even more, and then got lucky to be good friends with Sammy. So then Sammy introduced me to more people who were really good, like Dom, Juan, Matt. Well, Matt Hone was also on the club team, so I knew Matt. But then I knew the people that like Dom and Juan knew. And then I went out to Cleveland my first time and went and played in a really like sketch tournament. Basically, they combined my first ever tournament. I brought me, Carlos, this girl Abby, and this guy Ethan. And we were all like new, except Abby played in high school, so Abby was good.
Okay. This
Average
is me. I've never
average height was like
on the team.
5'7".
Oh.
And they combined B, double B, and A. But then they split for playoffs. So basically, they put everybody in one pool or multiple pools, and then the top seed would go play in A playoff, middle two would go play in double B, and then in B, other team or bottom team. Now, of course, we were the last seed because
Yeah.
it was rough. Not gonna lie. And then Carlos twisted his ankle, and then Kenny had to play. Kenny is good, so
Yeah.
Kenny was kind of a pickup, but sad because Carlos broke his ankle for like the third time playing volleyball. We took second,
Shut up, bro.
whatever. And then I keep playing in tournaments, and then sophomore year, I didn't start my freshman year, obviously, but then Thomas broke his glasses against Kent State, so I played Thomas's back row because Thomas, quite frankly, could not see.
Okay.
So that was an adventure. I became our libero, sophomore, junior year. So yeah,
That's cool.
and now I'm here.
No, 'cause then
I hate going back and watching my old clips because man, do I look so I look so bad.
that's
compared to
how it
now.
is for everyone.
Yeah, but met some baller people. Shout out Juan. I hope he watches this just because he'll like the shout out.
You would like the show. Be like, oh, that's my little guy.
Got to do a lot of fights. Been in a lot of drama.
The drama I knew about it, I didn't know about the fights.
I've told you about the fight that almost started.
Oh, never mind. I know about that.
I've
Yeah.
had to hold a few people back, but it's okay. Volleyball.
Interesting.
Good thing we're a calm team.
For the most part, yeah.
Marcus says some things sometimes,
Okay, but
but he's quiet enough that the other team doesn't hear.
Which
So,
is good.
what?
yeah.
Oh, Marcus needs to start chirping more.
No.
Yeah.
No, probably not the things he says.
he says it kind of quietly, but you can hear it. And then I'm like, please stop.
Stop talking, stop talking, stop talking, stop talking, stop talking.
It's fine. I mean, I got in a fight with Pitt.
You did not get a
I didn't get into a
Pitt,
fight with Pitt.
but he definitely did kind of
Pissed him off.
He looked you up and down. He was ready to come under the net.
Good, let him.
I was watching it from afar, and I was kind of
I
like,
had John Paul in the stands. John Paul would do something.
John Paul. You see John Paul and Dom run onto the court.
No, Dom would watch.
You think Dom would watch?
Dom would laugh the whole time.
He's like, Michael's getting beat up.
No, Dom. I don't know what Dom would do, but John Paul, I feel like would stick up.
Oh, for sure. JP's got that dog.
JP.
That dog. Sorry.
No, that Baldy had it coming, bro. I'm
Getting riled up.
Dude, they were making fun of Jack Hone.
Yeah.
When you make fun of a home, that's when it's personal, really personal. And yeah, I got mad. I was upset. I was like, okay. But obviously I don't think they noticed a lot. Or they might have heard me say some small stuff. But I think what really, really did it was when the libero slid under the net, and I just went. I was like, "What are you doing?" I looked at him and asked. He slid under the net and went on our side, and was at my feet. And I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?"
So we gotta pull one of these.
I was like,
Hands on the hip, tilt the head, start tapping your foot.
"It's like,
What are you doing here?
And then guess what? Connor and you were like, Michael, stop. And I was like, I don't care. I was like, whatever. And then I roofed him, and guess what? I went crazy.
Yeah.
And then Connor hit their libero in the head when I set him a back set, or a C ball. And then when Gerick got an ace, I picked Gerick up on the board.
Yeah.
Nuts,
No,
by
I
the
will,
way.
I will forever hold that memory
Good.
because it was fun.
We need a... Michael, give me a
We
serve.
need,
Michael,
we need more
give
of
me a-
them come March 29th.
Yeah, because you're serving every single time now. You know that,
That's
right?
fine. I can actually float consistently now.
Yeah, him and I went to go, we were doing some service practice, and he's gotten a lot better.
I thought it was just so funny that Becca was like, we need a serving sub for Shane. And then I'm like, it was like Marcus or Gerick. And I was like, I think Gerick.
Gerick.
And then Gerick missed his first serve. And I was
Like,
like,
oh. And then he came in for the
See,
second
I
one.
didn't feel-
And then won the game.
And then the second one, like,
Should have
It
went
was
out.
so
it was
Should've
just,
went out.
so close.
like, I watched
to
it
the
go
point that we
sailing.
all turned and were like waiting for something to
Yeah.
happen, and then the ref was just kind of like,
I was literally staring at the flag, just waiting for up or down.
it was. I would have cried. Did he ever actually give a signal?
I think so. I'm pretty sure because I kind of saw the team erupt because I thought it went out.
You were probably like blank.
Let's just look
Oh
at
my
the
gosh,
clip. Oh, wait, no, we don't have it.
No, I don't have it. No, it's on.
I
it's on
have
your
it.
phone. Yeah.
No, 'cause I saw it go high and I went, oh fuck, that's going out. And none of them were moving, and I went, yeah, that's going out. And then everyone erupted.
Do I have it?
Yeah. Remember, you put it in that drive. You need me to pull it up because I know where it's. Well, I might be able to pull it up on here.
Because it's out of my camera roll. Which is weird because I didn't.
You put it on that shared drive with me, so let me pull it up real quick.
I only really have one other question, and it's if we even want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after
Is
this.
that the final set?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude. The nerves are high, I'll tell you that.
Sander comes in. Gerick goes back to serve. It is 17-16, third set, so win by 2.
I like this guy's reaction. This guy's reaction the whole time because like.
Look at Will's watching him too. Watch that back.
Well, Will and Noah were confused.
But yeah.
He really like full swings his arm.
Yeah, I feel like his arm swing has changed since like when I first, because he used to have the whole bow and arrow like drawback, like he had a high drawback, but now he kind of like he has like a windmill. Very strange.
I haven't seen him hit in a while.
What's your odd-
It's
what's
been
your-
a long time, yeah.
What's your other question now?
Oh yeah, last question.
So
Last
it's not really a question. It's more about talking about like our team's dynamic.
Oh.
And just like how
Okay. Keep going.
like this.
Keep going. Keep going. No.
Just
no.
how we think like each other affect the team in like a mental aspect and what we bring. Like after watching that, let's say Michael brings some energy.
No, Michael always does bring
Our
energy
team
when we
is
get hyped.
too quiet.
Yes.
I feel like we can talk about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna
not-
badmouth.
I said I wouldn't have
Oh,
brought it
yeah.
up if I didn't think
Yeah.
it wouldn't be able to be an
Except I'll
open.
badmouth a few people.
No.
I feel like all
Oh.
people.
Jack Cone.
He's just more quiet.
Yeah, Jack's
He's
quiet.
reserved.
Except we got Jack to speak a little bit.
Yeah.
When Jack started crap talking Brockport, that's when I knew Jack was starting to break his shell.
I hate Brockport.
I want to play them again. You think they're gonna be in? Are they in ECA? Are they?
Yeah. There's a chance we play them.
round
Wow.
round 2, center dump every ball.
You were
He
there.
does not know about
No, you don't know
Rockport.
about Rockport. Was he even like? Did we even know he existed during this?
He was-
When was this? This was during the
It was during the fall. He was here, but he wasn't like on the-
travel.
Yeah, the
Okay.
travel team was us,
Oh,
the
that's
normal
when.
starters,
that's-
Tarak and Jake.
Yeah, that was Jake. When Jake went.
Will was supposed to go, but then Will got sick, so then Will didn't go, so we only had 2 subs, and then Jake was like dying.
But didn't tell us he was dying.
Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, Jack's just too quiet.
That's just him, though. That's just how
Yeah,
Jack
that
is.
is how Jack is.
I don't know. I think there's a. You can't really pinpoint it to certain things. I think there's a chemistry aspect that goes to it because when you watch some of these other teams, it looks like that they've been playing together for years.
Yeah.
There's a chemistry and there's a synchronization behind the way that they do things, and not only from a celebration or like a just like a team energy standpoint, but from an actually like the way they play the game. Like they know what each other are going to do. They know where each other are going to
Yeah.
be. They know. I think that that's something that we lack is that chemistry of from the far end of it being like the performance side and like knowing how each teammate is going to like Michael knowing where I'm going to be on my block every single time or not knowing where I'm going to be on the block.
Yeah.
From that or even from like the celebrations because like we like half the time we don't even actually all come into a team huddle. We don't have now obviously we don't do like the super like animated things that some of these other teams do. I think that's just like a decision that we've made as a club, but I do think that there is a chemistry and as a whole aspect that lacks with our guys, but that also has to do with the fact that a vast majority of our team has never played volleyball before.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of guys that are just kind of getting into it, but then also I don't want to say it's not because like we don't have.
I think it's a lack of knowing each other.
So we don't do
extent.
enough stuff outside of our practice.
That's what I was gonna say, but I also
Like,
didn't want to say.
You
it.
have our guy, like me, us 3 and like Connor, or like especially like me, him, and Connor. We understand us 3 a lot because we all do stuff.
Like over the summer, me, him, and Connor were like in the rec, in the gym, almost every day.
Yeah.
Doing volleyball stuff. It was mainly trying to get me to be good.
And then also starting to get me getting
for
setter
setting,
reps.
which helped because that's why his and the connection between us two is really good because we spent a whole 3 months doing nothing but that
Yeah.
constantly.
No, that's right.
So that's why him and I are synced. We don't have that. We practice 2 days a week.
Yeah.
And it's 2-hour practices, and it's the numbers are inconsistent with our attendance is inconsistent with who shows up, who doesn't. So I mean, there's that aspect obviously, but then there's also I was gonna say we don't have obviously the consistency, but there's people in and out.
Yeah. Wow.
You have people that come in and play for a week or two and then leave. You have people that are there all the time. You have people that sometimes you don't know if they're going to show up, and then you have people that you know for a fact that they are going to be there. So it's just we are so because it's Youngstown State. We're not. I mean, this isn't a super prominent volleyball area. But it's we just don't have the ability to kind of put together a team that brings that kind of energy and momentum.
Yeah,
I think it could change.
It can, but with the people,
I think it's just difficult.
need to change. With
I think also just
It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
the competitive aspect of it. I would say me and Connor are the 2 most competitive people on the team in the sense of how we want. I would say you're there, but you're not in the way that me and Connor think about it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So
Elaborate, because I'm kind of.
I'm trying
just
to think.
make sure.
So
because I think I get it. Because I would agree. I would agree
It's
with
hard,
you.
it's hard to explain, but so I have a drive, and me and Connor, I know because we've had conversations about it, is that me and Connor have a drive to be the best on the team and make the team the best team.
You guys have a drive to prove everybody wrong.
Kind of. That is, yeah. I would put that up there a little bit.
Like, you guys feel that, like, you need to go out there and, which is 100% like and agree with, that you guys need to go out there and basically be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
and
because
this is what I can do.
me and Connor have both been on the team for 4 years. We both joined when we were freshmen. Have played the whole way through our 4 years here at YSU. First year we won 1 game. Second year we won 1 game. Last year we won 4 and 4. You know, we had a little bit of a, you know, the team has never been like. So, like, the issue with us is we've always lacked in a lot of areas of the team, in the sense of, like,
That's another good point.
one
I didn't think about that.
position would be, like, it's like if you had our best, like, let's just say our best lineup was, honestly, I'll use the lineup we had at the last CCVA event. We had 2 good outsides with Connor and Jack.
Yeah.
We had our 2 middles who performed well. We had our libero, Will, who performed well. We had Noah, who performed well as a setter and a right side. But then we had me, who I performed well as a setter. I did not perform well as a right side, but that's also because I'm not a hitter.
Yeah.
We have had that type of experience stuff where, like, we had strong pin hitters or strong middles, but then we didn't have strong pin hitters, or we had weak middles, or we didn't have a good libero. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my sophomore year, even though I was a libero, I was really bad at libero. I'm not gonna lie. And then last year I picked it up a little bit, but this year was probably our most promising year, in the sense of, like, we had a competent person at every single position. And then what happened was we weren't blending well, and we weren't, like, competing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of flipped a little bit, and not in a good sense, and I didn't take us in the right direction at the start. And then I think that kind of does scare people a little bit, which I have confronted our team about it and have changed my ways. But I think that has kind of, like, dynamically changed the team a little bit. But that also is kind of in my point of how competitive I am, how competitive Connor is, compared to how competitive Noah is. Because, like, quite frankly, I don't know how competitive these guys are.
Yeah.
They don't talk.
Yeah.
They don't. There's no, like, expression.
I'm sure they want to win all the time, but, like, are they going to get really upset and really mad if we don't win?
I think Noah isn't very competitive.
I think Noah enjoys the game.
Yeah.
I think he enjoys what he does. I just think that he doesn't. I think different people see it in different, like, seriousness. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, people's, like, individuals specifically, but I know there's people that don't take it serious, and then there's people who are, like, who understand that it doesn't have to be serious, but it's something that they are passionate about. So it's like they want to, like, do the most to, like, you know, improve or whatever it is. So I think there's definitely, like, a change in that aspect of, like, you have people that are the reasons why people show up to practice or play volleyball in general are different, and I think that also has to do with it. Like, the reason I show up to practice is not the same reason that somebody like Jack shows up to practice. I think that there's differences there. Now, I'm not going to say that like hurts us, but I don't think it necessarily
It's
does
hard
anything
for a team to
good
build
for
connection
us.
if they all don't have the same goal in mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was also going to stem off kind of like something you said earlier. So this, like, has somewhat relation to what we're talking about now. But, like, I was going to mention John Carroll. You have a team, because you were talking about, like, positions and how people, a team like John Carroll, where they don't have, like, a single standout person. Like, everybody is better.
But they all
or is, like, good. But they all work as a unit.
blend well, which
You
is why
can
John
have-
Carroll is such a good team.
And I think that's where some of these other teams kind of fail, is that they have 1, 2, maybe 3 like really good players,
Yeah.
but then you have people that are, like, I don't want to say subpar, but then that also kind of messes with the connection. I don't know if that would actually do nearly as much as the connection piece, because I feel like not meshing as a team is significantly worse than having a skill gap.
It is.
Yeah, because a skill gap you can work by, but when you don't blend and you don't have
But a lot of these,
chemistry,
but a lot of these teams
voters.
with quote unquote skill gaps still have players that meet a standard. We didn't have that back then. We definitely have it this year.
I would
Last year
hope so that we
last
have a
year we-
standard now.
I mean, yeah, because we actually picked up players the past 2 years and have developed as a
Mhm.
team. But yeah, it is just. I would like to. You would have to just mix it in with like a lot of different things. Quite frankly.
But I think the big one, and after everything we just talked about regarding your question, the initial question, which was what was the initial question?
Our team dynamic.
The team
No,
dynamic.
if you're talking about
I
this
think-
question, yeah.
I think what we talked about,
With competitiveness and our goal.
the common goal isn't there, and after thinking about it, I think that is honestly the biggest thing for us, is that there is not a common goal or a common motivator for
'Cause-
our team.
Yeah.
And I think that's what hurts us.
It is actually something I was going to bring up at practice Monday, but then we didn't have practice.
Yeah.
Was that like, I think a lot of our guys, like I'll use me. If I come into a practice, I have specific goals in mind I want to accomplish or get better at that practice. This week was going to be a lot more like, I wouldn't say it's an individual one, because honestly, quite frankly, Monday's practice was going to be very teaching in the sense
Wasn't
of
it
like
supposed to be very team oriented? Like
very much
structural?
like we're restructuring our whole defense and our whole blocking scheme. We're
I-
honestly we're gonna
I gave him
spend-
the run by the
we're
way,
gonna spend
yeah.
probably like 30-45 minutes explaining, going over, walking through it, and like
And
doing
it
a bunch of
shouldn't. It
stuff.
honestly shouldn't take that long.
But I want it to
But-
take longer so people understand it and
And
get
that's
it in their
that's
head.
just it.
That's-
It's that-
And that's so that's why that's probably going to be a majority of our practice Wednesday, as long as people are like our people are showing up, because we did have like 7 starters, or
Yeah.
like 6 of our starters were not showing up on Monday because of. I mean, we just got off spring break. Some people are sick. It's fine, but like,
I was kind of sad. I really wanted to practice.
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there
He
for
bailed.
other reasons, so I do apologize for that. Because I could have gone and I could have ran a practice with you guys, but I had calling to do something else.
Is it? I would rather it canceled though than like run it as a goofy practice.
Oh, it wouldn't have been a goofy practice. I would have figured something out real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, back what I was
Sanders
saying
and
is
do goofy practice.
there's
Except for that one. That one doesn't count. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
I love that video.
oh yeah, I know now.
Crank it!
That's crazy. But yeah, going like I don't think people are going. I don't know. I like wanted to rip it off. We're not sponsored, so
It's naked now. Well, it's not naked. It's Gatorade.
You could
Actually.
always put something in
it's Powerade actually, not Gatorade. We're naked.
When you're done with that, I'm gonna need that.
That's
He made
not
that, by the
making-
way. I gotta make sure it didn't unplug.
It didn't.
So, well, no, not unplug, but make sure it didn't. Like,
I think we're pretty much done.
I mean, yeah, we are for the
Oh.
most
I
part.
got cut off and I don't even remember what I was saying.
I said
Yeah.
all of these
um,
are pretty much
People do not have just like individual goals better. So like when I have an individual goal, well now it's going to be back to setting, because it was going to be libero, but it looks like I'm going back to setter for this tournament. My goal in mind is going to be using my legs more efficiently, so then I don't double as much, and also put the ball in better, quicker spots. And also set D balls and
No.
balls and bigs better.
That's all going to come with a change in defense.
Yeah.
Because when your defense is structured, your offense is structured. There's a correlation.
But yeah, so
This isn't not.
it.
There's no individual blame, obviously.
No.
Just a clarification. I don't think anybody
Our
thought
team's
that.
still competing well. Like
Oh, yeah.
fourth
We're-
seed. Last year we were 7th seed. When we were playing in the second like league day, which is coming up, we were 7th seed.
we're
We're
beating
4 seeds, so,
beating
like-
teams that we would have never beaten before.
Yes.
I say that as if I've been here for.
Yeah.
I've only been here for 11 months.
I understand it. So yeah, it's no specific blame. I will blame
Yeah.
one person though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody. It's just the way things are. It's the way the team is, and it's just a culture. And if that culture changes, great. If it doesn't, then we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Because I mean, as of now, what we're doing is working somewhat. So
Yeah.
we see how we do. And we
And,
compete, and we
At the
win.
end of the year, after this, at the end of the month, and we have like our 2 or 3 weeks left to practice. It's all you guys now. I'm not gonna be on the A team, and he's not gonna be on the A team.
Yeah, I'm graduating.
Connor.
Connor's graduating.
So you guys are definitely gonna get a lot of reps against us when we go to practice.
Yeah.
If you guys
You're gonna have to start thinking
need me
about.
for anything,
You're gonna have to.
just let me know.
You're gonna have to start thinking of lineups for next year.
Oh, I know.
Are you planning on taking any? We'll talk after.
Yeah.
Is that?
I think that's
Question?
all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That was good. I like that segment. I think we talked a little longer than what we probably should have.
Yeah, we
But
definitely. I think
We definitely
for an
went off.
hour.
Yeah, we kind of went on a tangent. But I like your questions. Good questions. We might have to do that again. Maybe have Marcus ask some questions because I think getting you guys some information that you want to know.
And start watching so we can start talking about the NCAA.
I know.
Because-
Watch volleyball.
But okay, every time I go to it, I'm like, there's so much.
Just watch it. Pick a team that has a number next to their name. Specifically, one of the top 10.
Yeah, pick
Okay,
a ranked
because if you
team.
pick Penn
Find one that
State-
you like.
If you
And
pick
then-
Penn State, who's ranked 19, who should be not ranked at all,
Yeah, Penn State
I'm gonna
should
yell
be
at you.
Okay, all right.
Penn State
No,
is
I can-
garbage.
You should
I can
follow
do that.
McKendry.
Okay, Beta Bay coaches who are McKendry fanboys. I like
Follow
McKendry. They're
McKendry.
fun.
McKendry's a fun team to watch. I don't know.
Or Hawaii. Watch Hawaii. But you have to stay up until like 2 a.m. watching
Yeah,
the
it is a bit of a.
Because there's a 6-hour time difference and they start at like 7 p.m.
I'm good.
See, when I first started watching, I chose Hawaii, and it was partially because he was a Hawaii fan, and I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna check him out, and I was like, oh, I really like them. I didn't think about the time difference. So yeah, you got to stay up till like 12 p.m.
Yeah,
1 a.m. to watch games. Yeah, pick a team, follow them, and from there you'll
In
step
bandwagon,
into.
pick the
Okay.
top team. If you want to pick the Long Beach as the number 1 team, go for
I'm
it.
not picking Long Beach.
Why?
It's overhyped.
Overhyped is crazy. I will say that overhyped is crazy. I
I
think
mean-
they're getting a lot of media. He is overhyped. I think we all know who he
Moss
is.
not overhyped. Let's get that straight. Skylar Varga, though, I can go on a rant about him.
He's not overhyped because he's performing to what?
No, he tips everything and makes it.
I'm talking about Nikolov. I'm talking about Moni.
No.
I'm not talking about Skyler.
Hino's also mid. Connor's gonna hear that and flip.
Yeah.
Connor's gonna hear that and flip.
Who does he like? Connor, if you're watching this, who do you like? Is it UCI, is it UCLA, or is it Long Beach? I know it's not Long Beach, but you have a Long Beach shirt, and it confuses me. Unless you're a TJ DeFalco fan, stan, whatever you
Also
want to.
mid.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching today's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to. I don't want to hear. Make sure you guys. He's gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna keep talking to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that like button. Comment down below about any suggestions you have for future podcasts. And when you subscribe, make sure to hit that bell so you never miss a video. We'll catch you guys in the next one.